Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be giving you a no-nonsense guide to the hardcore Easter egg found in the Ashes of Sker Hotel, the second map in Sker Ritual. After defeating the boss for the first time, you want to make your way to the back corner of the room and interact with the same weapon case you did from the first one. That will again spawn the stranger. You shoot him next to the case, and then you need to go and find him 3 more times around the map. The first location you can find the stranger is at the basement east wing, just above the ramp here. For another location, if you run down the ramp, continue around the corridor to the room and the first one on your right, you can find him in behind these windows just here. Another location you can find him is in the theatre, so make your way to the teleport station, select the theatre, and you'll find him in the back corner of the room here, like I did. There is also a spawn for the stranger in the Labyrinth, but as of the time of making this video, I've not been able to get footage of it yet. I've not had him spawn in there, but I have heard that other people have had him spawn there. There can also be a spawn for him here in the basement office. Another spawn location for the stranger on this map is out here in the void, the pitch black room. I personally used the audio cue to make sure I could find him. After finding and shooting the third one, you will again get the audio cue to signify you've completed that step and it's time to move on. To start the next step, you want to make your way into the basement cells and interact with the door that's currently electrified. You can see the seal behind it, so you know we'll have to come back here a little bit later on. Whilst you're still down in the basement cells, you're going to be looking for a box that has the purple swirl symbol on it, as this one does. When you interact with it, it's going to open a gate for yet again another demon lamb that you have to escort throughout the map. This time you're going to be leading the lamb into the ground floor chapel. Now once you bring the lamb into the middle of the room, it'll explode to signify that the step is finished. I don't show that part on the footage because I was a little bit preoccupied with the machine, so I didn't really want to make an abomination, but once you reach this point with the lamb, that step's done and it's time to move on to the next one. For the next step, what you want to do is make your way into the void. So interact with the void screen on the teleportation station, make your way out into the void, and in one of the corners you will find the demonic lamb sitting just behind a big red button. When you press said button, it will spawn 2 to 3 abominations that you'll need to defeat before you can move on. Now this will happen a couple of times, and when interacting with the last button, will spawn a mini-boss known as King of the Rats. Now this enemy can take a good bit of damage, so by this point you should be prepared with at least a couple of perks and some good upgrades on your weaponry. But all in all, as long as you avoid the green spots on the floor, you've got plenty of space to run around out here as long as you're not scared of the dark, you should be pretty fine. After defeating the King of the Rats mini-boss, you want to make your way over to one of the power switches on the wall in the Labyrinth. The one you're going to be looking for initially will have the demonic lamb next to it, and what you want to do to activate it is to get one of the blue electric zombies to zap it. That will then trigger it and turn it on. Now you have to do the one with the lamb first, regardless. Doesn't matter if you find any others first, the lamb needs to be first. After you hit that first switch, there should be 2 others scattered around the Labyrinth. You follow the same steps and get the blue electric zombie to be able to zap it. Once all 3 are on, you're on to the next step. With all 3 electric panels now activated in the Labyrinth, you want to make your way into the main library. And what you're going to be looking for here is up on the upper level, you'll find there'll be some rats in the middle of the floor that will number out a code. So obviously numbers accordingly. In this case, mine was a 4132. What you want to do is over on the back wall, you will find the same faces and the same system as before in the main story Easter egg. So you just want to input your code using this gun. You know you've done it correctly when the demonic lamb spawns. With the library step completed, all there is left to do now is to run down into the basement cells, grab that seal, and go and start yourself a boss fight. The boss fight step itself is exactly the same as the first map. It's pretty much the same fight, only it's a little bit stronger with some stronger enemies around. I still personally haven't figured out the best strategy for this boss fight yet. I seem to die a lot with the lightning bolts coming down. I'm not really 100% sure how to avoid them, but it's pretty much just try and deal as much damage as you can as quickly as you can. Alright guys, just want to say thank you again for watching this no-nonsense guide for the second hardcore Easter egg. I will have the other 2 hopefully out by the end of the week. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, sub to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.